Hi, Dr. Iwanek here. Today we're going to do orange Julius. Okay, so we have a recipe. To begin, as always, you want to have your hair up if it is longer than shoulder length, an apron, and I've already washed my hands. Today's recipe calls for orange frozen concentrate. Ours is a little bit liquidy. It melted. Fun fact, Pembroke does not have air conditioning, so things get hot. So that's a little bit more melted. Normally it would be a little bit more frozen. Then you have your sugar, which we have here, half a cup of water, ice cubes, milk, and vanilla. So the first thing you want to do is assemble the blender and place it on the motor base, and then you want to make sure that it's working properly. Okay, so all the blenders at the school are a little bit different. So what you can do is just, okay, plugged in, it works fine. You don't really want to do that for safety purposes, but just so I can demonstrate for you that they are working. What you're going to do next is then measure the orange concentrate and the water. So the orange concentrate is 1/3 cup. So normally what you would do is put it in your dry, even though it is a little bit of a liquid, but again, it should be a little bit thicker than what I've got. It should be more frozen. Okay, so you put it in a dry measuring cup. Okay, then you take it over, put it in the blender. Okay, back to make sure you get all of it out. And then you're going to measure the water, which is a half a cup. I have already measured it, so it's already in here. Again, when you measure, you put it on a flat surface, you get it eye level, and we are at a half. So I will pour that in as well. Then it says to measure the milk and add that to the blender. So the milk is a half a cup. So since this was just water in here, we can reuse it. Sometimes you need to wash your equipment before you reuse it, depending on what was in it. Okay, and again, flat surface and eye level. Okay. Pour that into the blender. Then you're going to measure the sugar. The sugar is 1/4 of a cup. So again, I can't reuse this. So what I need to do is actually get a different 1/4. Okay. And I need a straight edge spatula. Best of us when we forget to grab everything that we need, even when we triple check. So 1/4 cup of sugar. Again, you're going to just scoop it. There's going to be a mound of sugar. You want to then scrape off the top. Okay. Again, you put it back into the supplies. You don't want to waste it. We're on a tight budget here. And then you're going to measure the vanilla and then the ice cubes. The ice cubes is 1 cup, which is about 9 ice cubes. So we've already just picked the 9 ice cubes. The vanilla is a half of a teaspoon. Again, you don't want to measure over here because if you accidentally dump extra. So you just want to get a bowl or something else that you've already measured in. Okay. And then if anything drips, at least it drips into that. Okay. And then your ice cubes. And then you're going to place the lid on the blender and then you blend it in high speed until it's frothy. Okay. And so on the blender, you can't really see this, but there's pulse, blend, grind, liquefy, crush ice. So we're just going to blend. And for safety purposes, we want to just put our hand over the top of the lid just in case, you never know. So it'll get a little bit loud. Okay. So you mix that up, and then what you can do is you can always take a spoon and check, make sure that it is turned off, and check to see if you have any chunks of ice or anything. If you do have any chunks, what you can do is put the lid back on, and then you can, instead of blending, pulse it. So it just moves when you push the button. Okay. And the drink is ready. It is frothy. I'm going to show you in the mirror here. See how it's got like a little bit of bubbles and everything on top? And you're ready to have a drink. So enjoy.